Hey guys, your midterms are posted on Blackboard under the 151, section 802. I wanted to bring up our syllabus addendum that just showed how your grade is calculated because I know a lot of people might be freaking out at this point. Homework, which is your online homework, which you do have unlimited attempts on during the time frame, is 10% of your grade. You have 4 online tests, so there's another 20% of your grade, which most of you have had the opportunity to take each of those tests twice. Um, Maybe at the end of the semester there'd be an opportunity to improve on it, possibly, no guarantees. But again, if you stay on top of it, so far you should have had 2 opportunities to take each one of these tests. The midterm and final both count 30% each, so that's 60%. And then your final project, which I'll be sending out for y'all tomorrow, will be a 10% of your grade. And that calculates 100%. So I was doing this math with another student yesterday just to kind of calm the nerves, I guess, a little bit. But let's say on the 60% is your midterm and final. Let's say your average on those 2 tests were a 60, and that's 60%. So that gives you 36 total points. You have another 40%, and let's say your average of your homework, your online tests, and your final project is a 90. So 90 times 0.4. That's another 36 points. If I add up 36 and 36, I get a 72, which is a C, which is passing the course. So, I mean, that's what we really need. I want some of you to make A's, and some of you will make A's, and that'll be awesome. But for the people that are stressing out right now, you do still have the possibility of passing if you can get your test average around a 60 and make sure that everything else that you do, or your midterm and finals around a 60, and then all your other assessment average around a 90. So let's not start sending me emails saying I need to drop yet, because after a midterm that usually happens. So what I'd love for you to do is start on your course compass for the next sections today. Wouldn't that be awesome if you started today? I wanted to show you something on course compass that you may be unaware of, but for timing and everything that you're looking at for the next 3 chapters is I did see something where they said, I think it was sometime this weekend, that the system might be down from like 3 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday. So check that out. But if you look at your homework for chapters 7, 8, and 9, let's look at the number of sections. 3 sections in chapter 7, 2 sections in chapter 8, 3 sections in chapter 9. So that's a total of 5, 6, 8 sections. Now, it's not a lot of sections, but the material can be more rigorous. Understanding what you're finding and doing the calculations. Again, I'm stressing that we use StatCrunch to help us do the calculations. And for most of 7, 8, and 9, they will help us do calculations. In chapter 8, I've already put a video out about the normal calculator and how we can use that to find certain values. In chapter 9, we start talking about confidence intervals, which you'll be living in z-stats, t-stats, or proportion stats when doing confidence intervals. But in chapter 9, I believe we're just dealing with one sample and maybe with a summary, or sometimes data. But we're just going to click on this confidence interval button, and that's going to give us our confidence interval. Again, we have to tell it what level of confidence. But it's going to be something that's going to be relatively easy to compute. And again, we need to understand what those values stand for. So with the homework, again, 8 sections, right, for 2 weeks. So that's 14 days. So roughly every 2 days we could be doing a section. And again, I would love for you to start on that now. So 7, 8, 9. 3 chapters, 8 sections. They are due on the 7th, which that is, I think, a Monday or a Tuesday. And then our test for that one is due on the 8th, which is a Tuesday. So the 7th, I believe, is a Monday, and the 8th is a Tuesday. So let's see if we can get those done early. So my charge to you then is if you can get 7, 8, 9 done before, today's the 24th, how about the July 3rd, right? So let's try to get things done before the holiday weekend. If you can get a 70 or higher on the homework and take the chapter 7 and 9 test before then, I will give you the opportunity for a retake on the 7 through 9. So July 3rd, which is, that's a day, Wednesday is July 3rd. Finding out real quick. July 3rd is a Thursday. So by Thursday, July 3rd, if you can get at least a 70 on those 8 sections and attempt your first test, I'll open it up so you can take it again before that close date of the 8th. So, send me emails, ask questions, visit the LAC, and we'll go from there. But I hope to be hearing from some of y'all soon. If you'd like to come by and look at your midterm, we can go over that. Your final exam doesn't cover necessarily anything exactly on your midterm, but the ideas are still needed in there. But again, communicate with me, please. And I hope you're having a good day, and I will talk to y'all soon.